现在没推出去是吗？ Welcome to CGTN Live from Maduo County of Golog Tibetan Autonomous Region of the northwestern China's Qinghai Province. I'm CGTN reporter Jiaxin live from one of the ethnic boarding school. Now, you know that on Saturday a 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit the region, and it has left about 17 injured, and most of the injured patients are now get discharged due to their slight trauma. But actually, most of the students here at this school, their elementary school and junior students, they're been evacuated since the earthquake hit the area around 2 a.m. On Saturday morning, and as you can see here, most of the students are now having their dinner time. So what they have for the night's dinner is the Highland Barley instant noodles. But for more information about what happened last night and what's the mood among those most students, I'm now very glad to be joined by, please come to me, joined by our Deputy Principal 杨一平，杨老师您好。我们了解到昨天晚上，自从这个地震发生之后呢，可能正好是在凌晨，所以很多孩子应该还是在梦中哈。当时您知道这个情况，包括您自身，大概就是说这个当时您在哪儿，然后您是怎么去部署孩子们尽快能够转移的安全地方。So you know it happened around the wee hours on Saturday, and most of the students, their kids, and they were in a sleep. They were sleeping actually. So what were you doing, and what the prior response for the school, and how was the mood?
当时我们呢，这个地震以后晃动特别厉害，然后我们的宿舍里只有孩子，还有孩子的那些宿管老师，有些老师呢就是都在自己的就是说公寓楼，然后发生地震以后，老师们第一时间呢跑出来以后，到男女生宿舍去了以后，把孩子们叫醒，立马就是说在5分钟时间内就是撤离到这个操场上来，清点人数。
So when the earthquake occurred, it was about 5 minutes for most of the school staff trying to wake up most of the kids. As we mentioned, most of the kids here are Tibetan kids, and then wake them up, and then ask them to go to the playground. 然后到了现场之后，因为我们知道现在咱们这个地区的这个温度零下，晚上可能有零下，所以孩子们可能在入睡过程当中，其实 是很冷的，当时是怎么去安排的？
当时呢，就是说老师去叫的时候，老师也就抓了衣服、被子出来了。然后在有的孩子没来去抓的情况下，我们呢，老师们就从库房里面，我们自己平房库房里拉了被子和毛毯给孩子们盖上。
So the staff were trying to get as much as the quilts and also coats for most of students here. 然后大家当时在这边的话，主要的状态是什么？最开始的时候，孩子的这个状态是什么？
孩子们小的孩子们还不知道发生了什么，大的孩子都已经知道。但是虽然心里有些害怕，老师在，他们也不会那么紧张，在这里站得特别整齐。我们清点了人数，然后就是盖上毛毯以后，有序的就是等到现在帐篷来了以后安排。
So most of the kids actually were very scared, of course, because they were shocked. But for some adult kids, they know what's going on, and so 大概我们大概多长时间之后，这样的一些救灾的这个帐篷啊，然后安置啊，包括安置情况，已经可以把这个孩子们这个安置到这个房子里面进行休息啊什么的。
我们2个小时之内，因为我们有22个教学班嘛，2个小时之内就把这个孩子们都安排到这个帐篷里面。
So it was about just 2 hours for most of the shelters tents to come to try to protect those kids, and so they could move in. And 我们知道当时的温度大概是什么情况，然后孩子们吃啊什么的有没有？
当时是零下，然后帐篷里安置了以后，早晨我们就给他们安排了早饭。我们这里的就是说一个企业送来了早饭，然后我们学校后勤也
是企业送的，
送的，然后我们后勤也就是保障给他们就是做了早餐。
So it was below 0 Celsius degree, and most of them could have sleep, and for the supper actually. For the breakfast, actually, one of the local enterprises sent the breakfast to these kids. 然后第2天的话，我们有没有做一些简单的一些心理疏导啊，让有些小孩子可能受惊啊什么的？
对，我们的班主任呢进行了心理疏导。
走起来了，好。
进行了一些心理疏导，然后孩子们呢状态也特别好。然后课间的时候吃完饭了以后，该玩的也玩。心理状态特别好，做了一些心理辅导。
然后平时我们这个周末的话，孩子寄宿学校的话，他们会回去看他们，因为我们知道很多寄宿的孩子，他们的爸妈是牧民啊什么的。
对。
但周末的时候，他们是不是往常的话会回到家里 ？So most of the kids here, the reason why they come to this boarding school because their parents are herdsmen, so they sometimes live in remote areas, but most of the parents live in the county. So, so the deputy principal said most of them would go back to the school, go back to the families to reunite with their parents. But for this weekend, it's a little bit different. 那么这一周的话，因为他们没有办法跟那个父母在一起，他们自己有没有一些，比如说想念，尤其是小的孩子，怎么去跟他们做一些这种工作的？
也就是班主任老师和任课老师对他进行了心理的辅导安慰，他们也觉得还可以。
有没有跟他们爸爸妈妈打电话什么的？
对，打了电话，然后微信群里面照了他们的照片，在这里吃饭的照片、睡觉的照片，给家长报了平安。家长也很放心。
So the school actually made some calls and also took some pictures via WeChat, sent to the WeChat group where most of the parents can see that their kids here are safe. And 然后我们有一些家长有没有就是很担心要过来啊或者什么的？
会有时有会在县城的有几个也来了。当时呢，因为情况比较紧急嘛，所有的家长也及时的肯定很担心自己的孩子也到来了。一看他们来的时候，我们已经都把孩子集中到操场上，他们也很放心。
So some parents, of course, they worry about their kids and rush to the school. But when they arrived, they saw that the kids here were really safe in these tents, and it was warm. And also the kids also have food been secured. And we can see the kids here. They are today having their dinner for. I think that they're the Highland barley instant noodles. As we mentioned about this earthquake, it was a 7.4 earthquake. It is really a strong one. 就是我们知道，其实7.4的地震是一个还蛮重的，是吧？因为我们之前我们旁边的 ，so actually it's neighboring county. 11 years ago, it had a 7.1 at magnitude earthquake, and it killed at least 2,700. Now, for this time, I think if the magnitude is 7.4. It is horrifying. 您当时听到这个7.4的地震的时候，因为当时也没有知道其他地方的情况，您当时是不是觉得哇，比玉树的那个还高，怎么办？当时有没有很担心？
很担心，当时就想着，就是心里就想着，我的那个学校里的那2栋楼房的孩子怎么办？是特别担心，所有的老师都是这样，所以一时间都是冲到宿舍去的。
So most of the teachers actually they worry about if the building was safe enough to make sure that the kids can escape safely, because as mentioned that the magnitude was 7.4. which is actually a bit higher than what we experienced 11 years ago in its neighboring county, which is Zhou County. So that altitude was 7.4 magnitude, killing at least 2,700. 然后了解一下，就是说现在目前咱们因为我们了解到，就是说其实孩子们在这边的吃啊。还有这个生活其实已经归于一个平静了，但我们有一些要升学的孩子啊什么的，他们现在有没有很担心上课啊，然后什么的？
当然这块是孩子们也担心，我们也担心，所以我们今天早上已经给9年级和6年级的已经正常复课了。
初2、初3。
初3和6年级复课，然后接着就是所有的孩子都已经复课，从今天晚上开始就要上晚自习，明天星期1开始我们就是按照正常的教学秩序、作息时间开始。
So even it is still the weekend, actually, according to the deputy principal, this ethnic boarding school, that many students, especially for those junior students who prepare themselves for the entrance examination, they are going to resume classes from tonight. 然后他们的课程，包括我刚才其实路过的时候有看到他们已经在上课自己自习了。
对。
他们现在这个状态，投入学习什么的，你们有没有去做一些这种了解？
做的了解，孩子们都是非常坚强的。虽然度过了经历了这么就是害怕的一个经历，心理上，但是他们还是要去努力学习，因为这么多的爱心人士在关注嘛，所以他们也是不怕。
So the deputy principal said that those kids are actually very determined in what they are doing now because they know that they have received a lot of aids from this. They've received a lot of social support, and that's what we are going to talk about. 我们知道一些爱心的人士可能就像您刚才说的，包括早上的粥有一些企业送，我们看到很多帐篷其实从外界都送过来了。
外界还有我们自己线上都是应急管理局啊这些安排的。
So actually, the emergency response actually has been very quick and a lot of support, including those supplies and also the food supplies and medical supplies, has been sent to this region, not just here in this one of the ethnic boarding schools of the Maduo County. 然后我们了解到，就是说，因为有一些孩子他可能，比如说现在冬天嘛，我们现在所有的孩子，如果说涉及到洗澡啊或者温饱什么之类的，这些有没有一些准备啊什么的？
这个洗澡的话，暂时还是可能有一点难度，但是洗脸的话，我们会正常的。保育员有，我们专门有孩子们的保育员，这个洗脸呀、梳头的这块，因为我们寄宿制学校嘛，都会是正常进行的。
So the shower for these kids actually still difficult, but for the water supply actually to wash themselves is no problem. You can see that a lot of kids here are still enjoying themselves on the playground. 然后他们这个算是吃完饭之后课间。
吃完饭的课间，你们也可以看到我们孩子现在的这个状态都是很开心的。
Yeah, so can
像就是跟以前的状态一样，你看，
好像没有发生。
对，什么也没发生一样。
So it's like nothing happened for those kids, and they are just jumping the roads and playing the plates, and also there we see a lot of kids are playing together. 然后我们想去更多的了解一下后面物资的情况，因为我们其实想了解孩子们更多的想能够尽快的回到教室，回到那个就是正常的宿舍生活。
对。
然后谢谢您杨校长，然后我们去跟那个三木多校长去了解一下更多的人争夺节。刚才三木多老师，谢谢您啊。So now I'm now joined by another deputy principal who is in charge of the logistic issues here in the face of this earthquake, which is 7.4 magnitude, as I mentioned. So we actually arrived at the capital city of northwest China's Qinghai Province, the Xining city, and the taxi driver shared with us that they can also feel the tremor because of the earthquake which happened around 2 a.m. on Saturday morning. and most of the rescue workers have been dispatched to the region, according to this afternoon's press conference by the local authorities. And we know that now it's about 17 people injured, and most of them are safe and fine enough to get discharged. So I'm now joined by one of the local ethnic boarding school's deputy principal, Mr. Ren Zhen. He's in charge of the logistic issue, so we are asking him about how to cope with what the kids are looking forward, because I know that most of the kids, even their mood is just fine and it's like nothing happened, but they are looking forward to going back to the building and going back to their dormitories, which is now has been damaged by the 7.4 magnitude. 老师，那个简单了解一下，就是说，因为这个7.4级的地震，其实导致整个县城的我们知道有一些路段、桥梁的坍塌。对。然后包括一些房屋，甚至一些触棚啊什么的。其实我们学校也有一些这种情况。其实我们现在 ，so actually you can see outside the school, it appears very solid and safe, but inside there are issues, right? 就是您简单告诉一下我们现在这个学校其实外表包括右边的这个教学楼啊，这个大礼堂都是看上去是没问题的，但实际上你们是什么情况？你简单给我们介绍一下。
可以。这个教学楼的话，这次的损害教学楼的损害是。从里面看的话是它都能看得见啊，整个裂开的也比较大一点。然后是暖气是首先是暖气爆了。这样子的话，那边是小学的教学楼，那边的暖气也爆了。
这边是初中。
哎，对，这是初中的小学。
我们过来，没关系。那个是一个大礼堂是吧？
哎，这是我们的一个里面的一个风雨操场。
这是里面那个运动场。
对。
So on the side, on my right side actually. This is auditorium, and according to the principal, it has cracks. So in front of us, which is that one? Just in the right front of me, that is for the elementary students, and on the left side of my way, this is for the junior students. So from the outside, you can see it's just like nothing happened, but inside we have the damages, and also the tile was actually damaged, and we also see the cracks. 然后那现在的话，我们有没有一些专家或者说是省里面的人去评估一下现在这个楼到底是怎么处置？是去重修还是去修治？然后孩子们接下来因为还会有很严寒的冬天什么的。
这个方面是今天早上他们来了以后啊，他们说这个现在用外表用肉眼来测定的话是好像看的话还可以，对，但是他们需要把那个设备拿上来以后要检测。比如说是教学楼，还有宿舍，还有那个我们的老师的周转房，然后是学生的宿舍、学生的食堂，还有我们的运动场等等一系列，这些都要
用特定的仪
器的。哎，对，测定，比如说这房间能住或者是不能住，他们要测定。
明白。So according to the principal, as you can see, the buildings are safe. 王鹏可以往这边走一点。The building appears to safe, but still actually. We have to use some apparatus, the professional apparatus, to measure if it is sustainable, if it is okay, if it is applicable for those students to move in. 然后我们了解到，就是说，其他如果是一些教学设备啊，或者是课桌有没有一些损坏，还是正常的需要之后再挪出来？如果是什么的？
这个课桌的话，我们是今天才挪出来的，因为不敢进，因为昨天、前天刚晚上就是台地震嘛，对，不敢进。然后今天我们才分开以后，各个班级分开以后，然后老师负责每个班里面进去以后，把课桌椅全拿上来了。课桌椅损坏还是有是有，但是不太多，是这样子的。然后就是今天的话，我们像初中的已经复课了，刚才我们的教务主任给你们应该介绍了，是吧？
对，
对。
So for the teaching for the teaching devices, just like the desk, and also actually because of the danger they were afraid to getting. But today, after a batch of construction experts arrived here, some of the teachers are just getting and move out some of the desks. 然后那个我们涉及到，比如说教室的这些后勤方面的工作以外，其实学生这边的话，因为是这个住宿学校嘛，那么除了他们教学的，他们平时那个宿舍的一些东西损坏情况，包括他们平时生活一些牙刷、牙膏这些东西，生活方面的一些急需品、日常品用品，这方面是怎么得到保证的？
这个方面呢，我们已经就是。这个方面比较损害的比较多一点。
在那边哈。
女生像那边楼上，像那个楼是我们的女生宿舍，那个损害比较大一点。
我看到我们
的话，对，所以的话，那个里面的一些洗漱用品吧，洗漱用品，现在就是自己能用的牙刷呀，比如说没损坏的。我们自己老师过去拿上来，如果是没损坏这些，如果是损坏了没有的，我们即使我们自己学校，库房里面存放的东西就给他们发放。
所以这个区域都是我们的宿舍哈。
对。
So we can see in front of us, this is dormitories of these ethnic boarding schools, and according to the deputy principal on the left side of that building, there are more damages. That is for the girls' dormitory, and for those brushes and for those teeth brushes, and also daily applications for most of the students here. Students would not be allowed to get them back, but teachers would try to get as many as they could. 那我们就是，尤其是我们了解到，如果说这一些女生的用品啊，可能会比男生稍微复杂一点。这方面我们的老师有没有做一些？
我已经安排好了。比如说什么女生用的一些这些的话，我已经交代好了，给女老师们已经吩咐下去了。还有我们的宿管都是女生的。
我们有专门的洗手间啊。
对。然后就是给他们安排好了以后，比如说他们的一些用品。洗漱用品等等一系列的，女生比较多一点吧，尤其是初中生，像这些的话，已经全部都已经安排好了。
好，我们走过来吧。So Zhou said, that because that the school has been extended some special care to our girls because they have much more requirements for their daily uses. So the logistics actually has been secured for those students. Female teachers have been also taken care of those daily necessities for the girls. 然后我们看到今天晚上其实吃的是青稞面哈。
是面。
对。然后这个伙食方面，我们有哪些方面的保证吗？
是这样的安排，像我们这个伙食面是，那个丁香集团给我们捐赠的2吨面粉，然后是800件就这种桶装面。然后今天早上是是馒头和奶茶。然后是中午的话是对，中午是洋芋挠挠，我们本地叫洋芋挠挠，是羊肉土豆。对。然后是加馒头。像很满意的。然后下午的话，我们现在本来这边是压面机什么，还有和面机等等一系列的，整个在那个食堂里面挪不过来，因为那个房子是整个损坏最大的一个，危险，相当比较大一点，损坏比较大一点。这一次地震，所以什么和面机、压面机乱七八糟那些就抬不出来，实在是没办法。然后今天晚上每人发了2件，就是那个桶装面。先就给他们先就这样吃完了以后，比如说因为晚上的话他们比较饿的话，稍微饿的话，我们就可以再给他们发一些牛奶或者是面包之类的。暂时是这样安排的。所以我们现在刚开始，我们想做饭的这些炉子根本就没有，然后是我们通过我们自己需求啊，然后就让他们安排的。
So the deputy principal said that many students are satisfied with what they are eating. They've received a lot of donations from the county, also some other enterprises outside the county, outside the Maduo County. As you can see, some boxes over there, they are instant noodles. But for this breakfast, they can have the milk, and for this meal in the noon, they can have the lamb and with a tomato. But for tonight, they have 2 boxes of this instant noodles. So if they still feel hungry, they have more to feed themselves. So you can see some hot water has been also been provided here, but previously they do not have this hot waters. So that's the cure that they can, have the instant noodles. As we saw that buildings there, because as you see that it does not appear it is damaged. So over there we've seen those buildings. It appears quite safe, but as this deputy principal mentioned, that there are damages inside. For example, those tiles, those walls, and also a heating system has been damaged. So it will take some time for the experts to reassess how fragile it is, or if it is possible for the students to get in, or how it is possible for the staff to move those move these desks out. 然后简单了解一下，如果我们就是小孩子，因为现在比如说天气冷啊、感冒啊或者什么的，医务方面的一些后勤保障是怎样的一个情况？
像医务的话，我们自己学校呢，也有医务室，我们自己有简单的一些感冒之类的也有，然后医务人员也有。如果是大病或者是之类的话，我们线上的医院队、医疗队。 刚才就在那边救护车见了是吧？就在那个位置，也有。
我们那边走一点吧。So for the medical issues, actually, for those students who if they have the fevers, for the school they have facilitated medical assistance. So as you can see over there, we can see the ambulance there. So if any students have any medical requirements, those medical assistance will be given to them. 然后我们看到，其实他们会，然后我们看到他们刚才从教室里面走出来的时候，在这边会领物资，主要是领哪些物资？哪些方面的物资？
像刚才那个领物资的那个是就今天我说的那个他们捐赠的那个桶装面。今天下午安排的是桶装面。今天早上我刚才
我们去看一下，我们去看一下吧。
这是简单的一些东西。然后明天早上呢，还有奶子稀饭和馍馍。 然后中午是我们尽量给他们炒菜，然后再加馍馍。下午的话是让他们吃一些面食、面条，因为挂面我们这个本地叫挂面，是干的面，然后是那些准备好了以后。
以前食堂的话，他们正常情况下会供应哪些吃饭？
像以前的话，我们什么面条、面片、饭汤都有，然后是什么都有。这个储备的，
这个是口味不一样。So the school try every possible means to provide the students various flavors of this Highland barley instant noodles. So they have a spicy meat flavor. This is a sauced beef flavor. So they try different ways. Also, actually for the lunch, also they try to add some vegetables. 然后我们这些蔬菜可能供应会受一些影响吗？
蔬菜是现在目前为止，我们只要是我们线上不断的话，我们这边没问题。没问题，没问题，因为路面这些都比较好一点嘛，所以的话应该没问题，这个没问题。
So the school still feel very confident that if they can provide sufficient vegetables for those kids. 那么晚上现在如果上课什么，他们现在是上了几点？
晚上的话上到8点。
8点，
对。
然后他们休息的话是在怎样的一个环境？是在哪边休息的？
是在休息刚才那个账房。对，这些账房都是休息。
同一几点？
同一休息。
一个帐篷大概是。
这些是我们安排的是
教室。
对。然后那边是住宿宿舍。
So This is the temporary classroom for those ethnic boarding school students. Most of them are Tibetan students. They're junior. Okay, so let's go and take a walk. So for this, for inside this temporary shelters, they're the school, they're the classes. 你看一下，你们在自习哈？对对对。你们是几年级？你们是7年级，就是初2了，是不是？初一。So they're the 7 grade classes in Chinese teaching system. It's the junior first. So 你们今天在学什么？藏语是吗？对。做复习藏语。对。So they're reviewing their Tibetan language. 然后你们晚上的话是几点要上课吗？今天？6点半开始上自习。今天晚上是会正式上课吗？有。几点钟开始？6点。6点就开始了，现在已经过6点了。那我们打扰你了，是不是？哦 ，So they will have the self-learning.
刚才不是前面是学生吃饭了是吧？
对对对。
现在刚才在那边那些站的那些吃饭的那些是老师，学生前面吃完以后，老师才吃的。你看，老师和后勤人员才吃饭，然后他们吃完以后再就上课，上自习课。
但这现在我们大部分都是6点钟开始上。
对对对，
So for the temporary shelters, which is now the classes, they can have the self-learning. They would have those. They would have the supper around 6, and the teacher will just have the supper after them, and then the students will return to the temporary classes and do the self-learning. And then from tonight, most of the students will resume the classes, especially for the students who prepare themselves for the entrance examinations. 然后我们知道明天是周一，明天周一的话我们会升国旗。到时候大家会在这个地方一起升国旗、唱国歌，是吗？对。然后简单介绍一下，我们平时在这个学校里面，我们周一的升国旗有没有一些什么特点 ？So 我先跟大家说一下。So today is Sunday. Tomorrow is, the first day officially when the school resume the classes. And in Chinese schools, actually, for the morning on the first day of the school, which is Monday, we will have the flag raising ceremony. So I'm asking if tomorrow, for this special time, for this special places here around the students, what kind of special occasion will they look forward to? 明天早上的升旗仪式会有什么特点吗？
升旗仪式的话，我们一般升旗仪式的话就是，在国旗下的讲话。这个是每个班轮着学生国旗下的讲话。每个班级的代表。对，每个班都不一样。比如说今天是初一班，然后明天是初一2班，然后完了以后是初2、初3，这样轮着。这样轮着的话，学生也会每一次，可以站在这个讲台上，让他自己发挥一些他自己想讲的这些，像国旗下的讲话这些等等一系列的。对。然后就是我们1周的，比如说是评估，一周的总分是怎么评估的话，像卫生、学习、纪律什么都有打分。
对。然后升旗仪式是什么？
升旗仪式是唱国歌。
唱国歌。
对对对。
然后那个会放在哪个部分？
唱国歌的话，我们对，然后再
演讲。
对。
然后再公布一下大家的卫生学习情况。
OK， 对。
So there will be around, generally speaking, there will be about 3 parts about these ethnic boarding schools Monday flag raising ceremony. So they will start with the flag raising ceremony, and all the students will standing in front of this flag and this on this ground and singing the national anthem. And then after that, some students, special students representing each classes, will do their own speeches. I think there will be a special moment for each individuals, especially during this crisis time. And then the school will just give them some feedback about what they've been performing over the past week, about the the hygiene issues they've been doing, also their starting situations. I think tomorrow we are looking forward to that. And so I think that would do for today's live streaming from our CGTN CGTN reporter Zhou Jiaxin, live from the door from the Maduo County of the northwest China, Qinghai Province. So today we are welcoming the sunny weather. I hope most of the students here, even they're experiencing this earthquake, they're living and studying in this temporary shelters. I hope they can smile, they can keep smiling just like the sunny weather. And so stay tuned for more information about the post-earthquake recovery. You can also replay our live streaming on CGTN's various platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and other CGTN apps. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.